I'm just setting this up for the first time, so I need you to just bear with me while I get this set up, because I have no clue what I'm doing. And I guess there's a little delay. Just a second here, because my other computer's on. Just a second here, because my other computer's on. Mute. Okay, so as you can see, I have a messy desk. And hi there. Is anybody there? Say hi. Let's see here. Just say something so I can see you're there. I don't know. Oh, there's 3 people watching. Hello, whoever you are. I don't know who you are. We're going to make this card today. It's from the Simon Says Stamp April 2018 card kit. It's an idea I had, and I thought it was really fun. And I thought, oh, what a great way to start streaming videos. It's kind of an illusion, if you can see real quick there. I love how the butterflies pop out of the paper. You're just going to have to take me as I am right now, because I just have no clue. So anyway, so this is the card we're going to make. We're going to use an A2 card base, and I use this really smooth, pretty paper by Nina. It's so nice. Anyway, so that's me and my paper love. I'm going to use this as a guide. This is a 4-inch square, I believe. Is that a 4-inch square? Let's check. Yeah, it's a 4-inch square paper. See, I'm so nervous I forgot. I just cut it and I couldn't even remember it. So this is a 4-inch square of paper. And then we have this really cute little 1 1/4-inch square, which is going to be for our sentiment, or one of our sentiments. Then we have this beautiful piece of paper from the lawn. I actually happen to have the entire pad, which is good because I love it. It's from this Really Rainbows pack from Lawn Fawn. And what we're going to do is we're going to create this fun card. Now, I'll tell you what. These are beautiful papers as is, but I always try to change it up. I don't want to really use it the way that it was necessarily intended. And so that's when I started playing with this particular paper and thinking, wow, what can I do with it? I love the stripes, but I really want them to be more of a box. So that's where I came up with this idea. So what I'm going to do, this is not going to take very long, it's a very quick and easy card, is I took this piece of paper and I cut it in half at 3 inches here and at 3 inches here, and I did that with both pieces. And then the next thing I did was I took them and I lined them up on the edge and I cut them on the diagonal. Let me look and let's see. So I cut it on the diagonal. And I'm going to do that with each of the 4 pieces. Oh, paper addict? Oh. I should show you, like, if only, I'm just trying to see how I could show. I always buy 2 of every 6x6 paper pad. I don't know about you guys, but I buy at least 2, maybe 3 if it's super cute, because then I know that I have one that I don't have to cut into. I don't know. I think it's funny. My spouse, not so much. I always need that backup, you know. So I'm sorry about this. It's taking me a little longer, but as I said, I'm a little nervous because I've never done this before. So now I'm going to put this aside and have these cute little triangles, which are really pretty just in and of itself. I love this piece of paper. I think it's beautiful. So then This is really quick and easy for this part. I'm just going to take this piece, and what this is going to do is it's going to give me a place to be able to position it, and there's a little bit of overlap, so I have to play with it a bit. I'm a little nervous about doing this. I hope it works out. So anyway, and I'm going to get my tape runner, and I'm going to line these up. Now what I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure that each of the pieces lines up so it's square. I don't care if the colors line up. I think it's kind of fun if they don't necessarily. So here the greens are lining up, so I'm like, I don't know, not so much. I don't want really the greens to match up. So I'm going to go find a different color. So let's have the pinks and the greens match up. See how that, like, you see how that works there. So we're going to do that. Then I'm going to find a similar piece for the other side. So you'll see I'm going by this red line here, and it matches up. And then on the other side, I'm going to do the same thing again. Let's see here. Right there. So like that. And I don't know, it works for me. I think you could pretty much do whatever you want. I just have my thing I work on in my head, and that's what I do. So now what we're going to do is we're going to line these up in the middle. We're going to just put tape on the back. We'll do the first one. It's pretty easy. Just tape it. And it doesn't have to be exact because I can turn around the edge, etc. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to take that to each side. Make sure that's the right one because I messed it up. Now, Carol, you said, hi, Joey. Now, how do you know that that's my nickname from when I was growing up? How's everybody doing today? Are they having a nice day? Where is everybody? I always love to see that. Oh, Joie de Fille, where do you live in England? What city, or I don't know, city, province, area? I'm going to be there for one day next month. I know that much because I'm actually going to Italy, but I'm going to travel through London on the way back. Because I don't know why, but we're kind of addicted to going to the Tower of London, and we had this opportunity to stay over and do that, so that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, I have to have tea. Oh, you're a little further away. You're over by a friend of mine. Her name is Tahira. And actually, and she's another card maker. She's amazing. And a sweetheart. Someday I'll make it over there. Let's see here. So I'm just lining them up. But I want to line it up so it matches in there. See, this is where just as a little putsy, and yeah, I guess I could have made a video. But you know what? Sometimes it's fun to see that somebody else's putsy. I don't know about you. You know, we have visions of we're the only putsy card makers. Everybody else just gets it together, gets it done, right? Let's see here. By the way, I wore a special shirt for this occasion, which I'm too shy to go on camera to show you, but it says, I don't know if this is the right piece. I'm not liking this piece necessarily. Okay. I swear it lines up. It does, it does. There you go. See, this is why I wanted to have the white piece to be able to cut it. So, now that that's done, I'm going to just trim it up. Here's me. I'm Chatty Cathy is what I am. So, let's talk. Like, I don't know about you, but you go to crops and nobody makes anything because we're all just talking because we never get out of the house. Anyway, that's my life in a nutshell. So I'm just going to cut this down to 4 inches by 4 inches. I thought it was 4 inches by 4 inches, but I guess not, but that's okay. Okay. So now we have our cool psychedelic piece that maybe looks like somebody's been playing. I don't know. So, and then I'm just going to attach this in the middle. Okay. How am I doing? Am I doing okay? Okay, Carol, it's good to see you. Thank you for visiting. I understand you got to go do what you got to do. Okay, so I'm going to paste that down in there. Then I have my, let's do the sentiment next. And I don't even think it ever has to be perfect. I think you could do this pretty much any way you want, you know. So now I'm going to take the sentiment from this set. Now what was really cool about this kit is it's sold out. But it's not that it's sold out. It's the fact that you can really put all your pieces together from other, you know, you can purchase them all separately. That's what I'm trying to say. And so even if you're watching this and you really want to make a card, you don't have to say, oh, the kit's not available. You can actually get this stamp set, for example. Now, granted, it's better to subscribe or to get it soon because the kit, as opposed to the price of the pieces individually, is an amazing, amazing value. But yeah. This one, I've actually put together, I'll put together a shopping list and I'll put it in the description below for all the different components. And then the other thing is you can just take what you have at home and create, you know, I'm sure you have some butterfly stamps. Now granted, I mean, come on. These are like stained glass butterfly stamps. They are awesome. I love these stamps. I'll show you some other cards when I'm done so you see like how much fun I've had playing with these stamps. Okay, so now I'm inking up my stamp, and I am just going to line that up in there. I hope my head doesn't show up. There's a little bit of delay in the one I'm watching, so I don't know if you're going to get my hair or not. Yeah, butterflies are great. And I like this because this is like, you know, it's always pretty butterflies, which I love pretty butterflies, don't get me wrong. But sometimes it's fun to just go out of your comfort zone and kind of play. And in this instance, that's exactly what I did. Oh, I need that in again. So I've got my little Adore You. And then the next thing, what I did also, just to make this pop out just a bit more, I did the old direct to paper on the edges, just on the very edges. And let's see here. So, oh, wait, I need to do a little bit more. So then, I just took rid of my, I have this little roll of tape, which so many of us have. And what I really love about it is I'm not the person with the scissors who's just cutting off each little piece perfectly. I just tear it off. And then if I have extra, I put it on here to use later. I don't necessarily use it, but this is the story and I'm sticking to it. So anyway, so I'm going to put a little bit of foam tape on the back. My father worked for 3M for many years. And actually, I'm Australian and 3M is the reason I ended up coming to America. So I'm very thankful for that opportunity, and also because of it I lived in South America, which was another amazing opportunity. So 3M has been good to me and I'm going to be good to them. You know how it goes. So I've got my little sentiment in there, which I really love. Then we'll put our other little sentiment, which I don't know about you. These sentiments are so cute. This little one right here. It is adorable. So I just line it up on my mat on the line to make sure it's straight. And then I put it in my little block. And I ink it up. And I line it up just so. Actually, I'm going to come a little closer. And I'm going to line it up on a line. Because if it's lined up on a line, and the sentiment was lined up on a line, then how could I go wrong? It's going to be straight. Now, I don't know how I sound, but I've got my micro. This is all on my phone, so I don't know how it sounds, but I hope it sounds okay. So now we've got our sentiment, and realistically, I don't know about you guys, but that could be a card right there. But of course, we're card makers. We want to step it up a notch. So I chose, there's a lot of beautiful butterflies, but what I did is I chose this butterfly right here. Now, fussy cutting, I happen to love it, but not everybody does. Now, what I'll tell you about these butterflies that I learned, because I really didn't want to fussy cut out these butterflies, but I was looking at the stamp and I thought about it and I was like, I don't have to fussy cut. I was all worried about fussy cutting these, what do they call the antennas. But then I looked at the stamp and I was like, well, they're not fussy cut out of the, what am I trying to say? Out of the photopolymer. So this is the problem. Anyway, so I was like, why don't I just cut around here? And I did it, and it actually works perfectly. So then it's really just these straight edges that you're not just getting in these little angles and such. So they're actually easier to fussy cut than you think. So give that a try. I still don't want to do the leaves. So anyway, so I'm going to get my stamp, which I now can't. Where's my stamp? Oh, there it is. I decided, because this is very geometric, very straight lines, I decided I wanted to use the butterfly that had the most straight lines. So I put it on my block, and what I'm going to do is I've got these other 4 pieces of triangles of the paper. And so what I did with this one is I would take the paper and I would line one up. Like, let's say I want this one to go up here. So what I would do is I would find a piece where the pieces line up, like right here, for example. See how these line up? Well, it doesn't line up exactly right. Let's see here. Oh, right here. So see how this piece and this piece are the same. And so then what I do is I'm going to head for these lines over here and make sure my butterfly is within that place. Space, place, whatever, you know what I mean. And I'm going to just ink up my butterfly, make sure I have the right piece again, and I'm going to stamp it down. Now I want this butterfly to go a little to the edge, a little to the side, so I'm going to do it a little bit slightly to the side, very slightly, and there we have our first butterfly, and that one's going to go up there. Then I want to do a butterfly over here, so I'm going to find another piece of paper where the piece lines up. So it's over here. So I want to focus my butterfly going up and down because I want the lines to match up, right? And stamp it down. And it was funny because I didn't know. I'm just like, okay, do I do 3 of the same butterfly? And I did it, and it worked, and it looked really cool. So you can. So anyway, so I'm going to do that. Now I want to make sure, yeah, I want it on the outermost part. Okay. Oops, I was a little off there, but I think it'll be okay. We'll make it work. Okay, so now the third butterfly, I want it down here and hanging off the bottom because I wanted to add that extra dimension. And so what I did, let's see here, is I'm going to line this up here. So I'm going to do this piece right here and make it so that it's stamped down in that section, so it can hang off. But it starts on the page, on the pattern, and goes off of the pattern. So I'm going to do that. Oh, I wish somebody else would come and watch us, but I guess that takes time, huh? Let's see here. Okay, so it's funny, I think I'm the other person watching. I don't know, maybe. Okay, so now I'm going to cut out each of these This is the bummer. See, when you do the live stream, you can't fast forward through the fussy cutting. So you just have to see me fussy cut, which is probably fine. I'm not one to save paper. If I got little bits, I'm throwing them away. So I'm just going to cut around the edges. I know people, they will save like this triangle and find something to do with it. I'm like, I can't do that. Sorry, that's my clock. I can't turn it off. It sings every hour or something like that. We'll probably find out it sings more. So then I'm going to fussy cut. And I'm leaving a tiny little border around the edge if possible. That's the goal. Lord knows it doesn't always work. And so then oh, no problem. Let's continue. I think I could just put it up later so you can watch the end of it later. Okay, so that's okay. Maybe it's good I'm all by myself. Get used to it. Okay. Let's see here. Let me see if I can try and get some more people here. Don't mind my arm. Let's see here. Okay. Sorry about that. Thought I would pass around the word and see if we can get some more people here. So I'm making this fun card right here. If you're just joining me, welcome to my messy desk with my dried up stamp chamois. Don't we all need that? A dried up stamp chamois. Anyway, so I'm playing with the Simon Says Stamp monthly kit from April of 2018. Yes, the kit is sold out. And yes, you can get all of the components. I don't know if the stamp set's sold out right now, but I know that you can put in for notification if it is sold out. There will be links in the description below after I'm done filming the video. So what I've done is I've taken the pattern paper, I've cut it into 4 pieces, excuse me, and I've adhered the 4. Okay, so what I did is I took a 6x6 piece of paper, I cut it into 4 segments of 3x3, then I cut those each diagonally, and I created a pattern by alternating patterns and attaching them to a 4x4 piece of cardstock, which I then attached to an A2 size card. Then I took a 1 1/4 inch square and I took the I Adore You from the stamp set and the You Are Simply the Best, and I stamped those in black ink. And then I did a little treatment around the edge of the Adore You to make the sentiment stick out a bit, and I popped it up with the foam square. Then I've lined up these butterflies with the extra paper. I lined up the butterflies, and now I'm fussy cutting them, and we're going to attach them to the card, and then the card will be done. And it's supposed to be like an optical illusion, like the butterflies are flying off of the page. Let me move my, when I'm done fussy cutting this, I'll move the other thing. You could look at the card and tell me what you think. Let me know if you think it does that. This is my first time on YouTube Live. I'm a little nervous, so sorry for saying the wrong things, you know, all those things that I could apologize for. Here's the card, and I love butterflies and dimension. That's my favorite thing ever. So anyway, I decided to try this because I just thought it would be fun. Rather than sitting here by myself making it, I could sit here with y'all and make it. Because I could have just filmed it and then fast forward, done a quick little 5-minute video. All my videos are 5 minutes or less. So that's also different for me to just be on here and have it take longer. But, you know, I just thought it'd be fun. Time for a change sometimes. Hi, Avra. How are you? Oh, do I sound okay? Okay, good. Because, what was I going to say? Oh, there's my spouse. Hi. Well, see, I don't know what I was going to say, Avra. How are you? Are you going to Junkie Fest this year? I don't get to go. Unfortunately, I couldn't sign up in time. I'm going to Italy next month, so I had to save my dollars. You know how it goes. But I will be in Minnesota, so maybe I'll stop by and say hi to everybody. Does it sound good? Because it's all on my phone, and I wasn't sure. Like, I don't have a fancy microphone or fancy camera, so I wasn't sure. Is it the same if you do it on the phone as it is if you do it with the fancy equipment? So that's why I was like, oh, let's play, because I just saw this YouTube video, and this is what the guy was doing. He showed me how to do it. You know what I call it, YouTube University, right? And so now I'm finishing cutting up my butterfly. I'm fussy cutting it. These are so easy to fussy cut because, I was saying this before, but you fussy cut around. Like, I first thought you had to go in here and just, you know, I'm like, this is going to be putsy. But this, you just fussy cut around the, what do they call it, antennae, and around them and down, and then it's super easy. I was really surprised. I was like, ooh. And really, I chose this butterfly because it's very straight lines, but really it was because it would be easier to cut out too, and go on the card. Almost done. Sorry. Thank you for your patience. Are you making cards today, Avra? 6 people. There's 6 people watching. Hi, everybody. Don't forget to comment, because if you comment, I'm going to have a drawing for a super fun prize when I'm done. Let me see. Well, let's take a second and let's find a prize here. That'd be the best thing to do, wouldn't it? What do you want? Do you want stamps? inks, let me know. Here. I know I have the perfect prize. Ooh, here it is. Because we're doing a butterfly card, here's the prize for today. It's this Paper Wings Production stamp set, and it's super cute. It's all these wings, and they're all separate. So you can either make a butterfly with it, or alternately, you can put the wings on other stamps. So you could make, say, a little person that has like fairy wings, or any little animals you have, or what have you. So yeah, they have different ones. There's butterflies, fairies, and dragonfly wings. So yeah, so I'm going to have a drawing at the end, and then at the end. Now I'll have a drawing later when I'm done, because I have to put it in a randomizer and things like that. So that'll take me a little bit of time. And I will send you a message on YouTube that you won and get your address and mail it to you. So anyway, I'll put that there. Let's see. And you cannot be related to me to be able to win. I think that's a disclaimer that you're supposed to do. Anyway, so I now have my 3 butterflies cut. And since you're just coming, if you're just coming in, let's see here. Okay, so, sorry, I was reading the comments. Somehow I've got to get, oh, I should wear my glasses. That's what I should do. I'll have to remember that next time. So anyway, so I cut these out so that they line up with the lines, Abra. And whoever else is there. If you're there, say hi. Oh, hi there. Yeah, did you see the prize? What's your name? Joie de Fille. What's your first name? I feel weird saying Joie de Fille. Is it Joie? Anyway, so, oh, let me think here. Okay, so now we're making a card. And so it's a very quick process because we just have to line them up. Oh, there's one thing I forgot. I got my regular black pen and I colored in the little butterfly bodies with the black pen. And do that 3 times. Oh, I think I'll do these little things up here too. I wonder what they call those. Just those little end pieces. There must be a name. I guess I'll have to Google it. Anyway. Yes, Italy will be fun. I'm going to Venice, Florence, a place called Copic, and which is these 5 towns on the water. So, like on cliffs on the ocean. And Milan, which we're only going to for a day because apparently it's very expensive. But anyway, so now I'm going to take my butterflies, and they're all done. And I need my glue, which I have to find in the mess. Oh, there it is. I'm actually a very organized person. The mess is difficult for me, but I love card making more than I hate messes. So anyway, it's just something I live with. I'm really impressed when people can keep their space all clean. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a little bit of glue in the middle of the back. And I'm going to attach it, lining it up with the lines. Because again, this is supposed to be like an optical illusion that the butterflies are kind of coming up out of the paper. We know that's not real. It's just made for TV. But anyway. Okay, so we've got that one. So each of these was positioned on a piece of paper and stamped according to where the paper is. I think that was the right way. Did I say that the right way? Yeah. Anyway. Keeping it real. So there's that piece. And then last but not least, okay. Now we got to make sure we put this down, but we want to be able to see our sentiment. So that's what I'm doing here. This glue is really good. Like, I just hold it like this for a second, get it where I want it, hold it like this, and voila, it's done. Anyway, so that is the card. That is this card that I made. It's up on my blog with all the directions and measurements and everything. And then I did some other cards that are up on the blog as well. Let me show you, and I can just explain really quickly how I created them. But then measurements and such are on the blog. This is my masked, I call it a masterpiece. Get it? And let me think, there's somewhere, let me find my, I made a gazillion masks. Sorry about my chair noise. Let me see here, where is it? Somewhere I have a Misty covered with masks or butterflies, but I don't know where. I don't know where it is in the mask. How do you lose a big Misty full of masks? Well, anyway, I made 3 of each of these butterflies in a mask by stamping on top of my Post-it note pad, and then I'd take off 3 sheets and I'd cut it out. And then I'd have 3. So I did that for each of the butterflies. Then I stamped them in different colors of ink from Lawn Fawn. And then I used a Tombow blender pen with the same ink pad, and I colored them in. And then with a few of them, I put some Spectrum Noir Sparkle pen and made them pop out and shine. And then I just, this is on a piece of acetate, the sentiment, which is from the card kit as well. And it is, what's the word? Gold embossed. That's what it is, with Ranger Ultrafine embossing powder. So anyway, that's how I created that card. And I really love that I did the, after everything was done, I took the white spaces and I just put some of the leaves in there. So it looks like a bunch of butterflies partying on the leaves. It is a Nouveau bottle. That Nouveau glue, this is a Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. The best stuff ever. If I showed you, I have like 12 bottles. It's like, I don't ever want to be without it. I love it. And everybody I show it to buys it and loves it. Anyway, so then, so that's that card. So I have that second card. Ooh, let's put our prize here. This is the prize that this, let's see here. Here's my prize. We'll put that right there. Okay, so then I took the stencil from the kit, and I also took the Big Thanks die from, I think it was last month, and I had gotten that because I love this. I think it's so beautiful. And I die cut several of them, stacked them up, and to create a dimensional sentiment. Then I used the 2 colors of Distress Ink Oxide that came in the kit. The, I believe it's the Lemonade and Mermaid, wait a minute, Squeezed Lemonade and Mermaid Lagoon. And what I did is I did some in just the Mermaid Lagoon, and I did some in a combination of the 2 colors, and then I embellished it with some yellow embellishments to get that color in more. And this is a little Tim Holtz die from several years back, the little tiny butterfly. So I just cut that out of the black paper as well. And then I just followed it up with some masks, or some masks, what do you call them? Mats. One is the yellow that's in the kit, and another one is the black to make the black pop out. So that's that one. And oh, and I used that new Distress. Ooh, have you seen this? I used this new, what's it, the Distress, what do they call it? Blending brush. So typically, we've been using these blending brushes. Let me see. These blending brushes, which are awesome. I love them to death. But this is like a new travel size. I would call it timified version of the travel brush. And to close it, and I mean, wouldn't this be, I wonder if they do makeup brushes like this for traveling. So to close it, you just push it up like, or pull it up, and then push it down, and it's all closed. So I used that. Yes, it's now allocated to blue colors. Anyway, so that was that card. Then I decided to do a little Copic coloring. What's different about this card is that I Copic colored the leaves, and I used 3 colors, and it's all in the blog, the different colors. But then what I did is I took a pencil, I think I couldn't put the color of the pencil. It's a light aqua pencil, and I colored in the background with this Prismacolor pencil, and then I blended it with the colorless blender pencil. And then I still had some white spaces, and originally I had thought I would Copic color the background, but I don't know about you, but if you've ever Copic colored a background, it uses a tremendous amount of ink from your pen, and I didn't want to necessarily use that much of the ink. I didn't want to use up a whole pen on my background. But what I did afterwards is I lightly went over the whole thing with that color that I had chosen for my background color. And this is the effect it got. And it's kind of cool. It has like this cloudy, well, not hazy. It's very bright still. But it just has this effect. I don't know how to explain it, but I really like. Then I took the panel. It was one panel, and I cut it into 3 pieces. That's that card. It's super pretty. And I don't know what I missed with you guys, but it's a window card. So I put some acetate in the middle. And it's kind of fun and different. Adds a little shine. And the last card I made this time around was this very simple 1-layer card. This is how I roll. So yes, it's messy on the back, but it's homemade. And I'll probably end up, when I'm going to send it out, I'll cover it up. But sometimes I get so attached to my cards, I don't want to send them. You know, I don't know if you guys have the same problem. But anyway, so all I did here is I was playing with this, these fun little, what are they called? I call them little flight trails. That's what I called them on the blog. And I just lined the flight trail up with the piece of paper. I would hold the piece of paper down, and I lined the flight trail up, and I stamped it in whatever color I was coming off of from the pattern paper. And then at the end, when I was ready to stamp, I would move the paper and stamp. So under here, there's a bunch of flight trails. And then when I was done, I attached the paper, rounded the corners, and then just to give it a little bit more interest, I took a gold Signo gel pen. Ugh, I have this. This was from a kit. Oh, when was it? It was from a Hero Arts kit a while back, but I love it. Actually, you know what? Was it? No, it was from a, I don't remember where it was from. But anyway, I really love it. I used a little line there. I just drew a line down the edge just to create a little bit more interest. Stamped my sentiment, and rounded the corners, and it was done. I have a corner chomper. That's what I use to round my edges. I swear by them. You can round a metal edge with this baby. They're so strong. So that's how I made that card. So those are the cards that I made with this card kit. Again, I will put a list of the items in the description. The kit is no longer available, but you can purchase everything separately. And I hope you had fun watching this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm told I should stop. Oh, hi there. Hi, Diane. How are you? Colorado. I want to go to Colorado. How's it in Colorado today? What I'm going to do is, you'll be able to watch this later, and then I will be doing a drawing and for the stamp set, and I will be contacting you through YouTube messages. And I hope you had fun watching this, and I'll see you again next time. Bye. For more information, please visit my blog at www.perkypennypapers.com and follow my Instagram at perkypennypapers. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it, and subscribe to my channel to see when new videos are uploaded. A list of supplies is available in the description of this video. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today.